What's up, El Paso? Welcome back to this week's episode of Annie's Adventures in Friends. And I got a packed house for us. We're going to hear some music. We're going to talk cupcakes and cake. We're going to talk crystals. We're going to talk about the super cute book that just came out less than a year ago and where you can order it. And Wake and Bake is here too. So let's go on and get this party started. Let me go on and turn the camera around and introduce you to everybody. What's up, y'all? So right here we have Hector, Mark, and Annie with the Crystal Gallery, Gem Center Crystal Gallery. How are you guys doing today?
Good.
Thank you so much for joining me. I'm sure you guys have seen our posts going out. This is an amazing store. I cannot wait to talk to you guys more about, to get you guys out there, especially this summer, take the kids and everything. So thank you guys for coming.
Thank you.
All right, we have Bruce with Wake and Bake. Thank you for joining me. And I have Deanna with, you wrote El Paso Placita.
Yes, I did.
Awesome. And you're also a jazz musician and a badass, water instructor?
I'll teach water survival, yeah.
So cool. We're going to talk more about this right now. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
And then over here, we have an awesome group. So it's two businesses in one that we're going to talk about with Camila. So actually, she's here with her band, Fever. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I'm super excited to learn about your music. Yeah, and actually, you guys are going to play us out. So stay tuned till the end so you guys can get a little taste of their music so you know where to go see them, and also if you want to book them for your events. Awesome. And then Camila is also going to talk about the cake boutique today. We have your cakes in a cans. We're going to go over all the details right now. So thank you guys so much for joining me today. I appreciate you. All right. So let's go on and start with Gem Centric Crystal Gallery today. No pressure, right? It's all fun. New friends. All right. So I want to make sure that I get all these gorgeous crystals in the screen. So I'm literally like a kid in a candy store, and every time I go there, I try to focus, and I'm like, squirrel, to the next shiny thing. You guys have things for kids, like actually activities that you could take to the house, or you guys are having summer camp day in your house. You've got everyone's kids over, and you want them to have a really cool time and learn more about gems. This is a great place to go. They have box kits. They also have musical instruments. They have a gem gallery. They have all kinds of things. So I'm gonna let you guys take it away. Go on and start. Like, how long have you guys been around? Where you're located? What you guys offer? Wholesale, retail, all the good stuff. The brothers look at each other. Who's going first?
He's the oldest brother.
All right, Hector, it's on you.
Yeah, so hey, it's basically a family business, and it started. My grandparents started the business back in the 1960s, and we started with just mining geodes out of Mexico, and it just kind of evolved into collecting all kinds of different stones from all over the world. And so we've done the retail store probably in the last 8 years, and it's been a great success here in El Paso because we traditionally only did wholesale. So we have thousands of different kinds of stones that we get from all over the world, and we travel as a family. Mark and I have traveled to Brazil, to China, to different parts of the world to find these things.
So cool.
So it's really quite an adventure and exciting to go and find these things. And the people you meet along the way are just amazing.
I bet.
So, here we offer, jewelry, gems, geodes. What kind of started the business is actually this product here. So in Mexico, just north of Chihuahua City, this mine was discovered on my grandparents' ranch.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and so you dig it out, it looks like this, it just looks like an ugly round rock, and then you crack it open, and it's got beautiful crystals inside. And it took about 44 million years for this to form.
44 million years?
Yep.
Oh my God. And you guys have a station where kids can go crack these in your store?
Yeah,
For $1 billion. No, I'm kidding. Totally kidding.
Yeah, it's a great family entertainment interactive way to get the kids involved.
Yeah, it's super cool. And so I didn't know that you guys actually were mining when you started. Do you still mine?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's amazing. So you have land in Mexico, you guys mine there, and then you guys also collect from all around the world to offer a wide arrangement. Like, you guys have an insane amount of stuff I didn't even know existed. I used to sell jewelry at the El Paso Saddle Blanket before, so I that's where I developed my love of semi-precious stones and so forth. So I literally freak out anytime I go into your store. I'm like, I don't know where to start, but I love it so much. And Annie, you gave me an awesome tour the first time I went last month. Oh my God, I didn't realize how big you guys are. Like, you have warehouses and then warehouses, and like, oh, that's our building over there, and we're doing this, and like, oh my gosh, it's huge. So, and that's because you guys are available for wholesale and retail. Right. So it doesn't matter where you're at in the world, but El Paso, if you have a store that you think this would be a beautiful combination for, or you sell stones, or you guys even have smudge sticks, you guys have an array of items, jewelry, like you mentioned. I know people always ask me, where do I go buy jewelry? I send them to you guys. If you make jewelry, this is another excellent place to go, because you guys have bead strands, you guys have the tools, you have cabochons, the stones for like rings or pendants and things like that. So you want to tell us more about like the gallery that you guys have there, and some of the things they'll find, or what are some of the items that people come in asking you guys a lot for? I just kind of want to give people a good idea, like why they need to go to you.
Well, that's how the store kind of started, the retail store. Was that people were coming in, and they're like, do you have carnelian? Do you have moldavite? And we're like, no, but we can get it.
Yeah.
We get, all kinds of minerals from all over the world. So we just started bringing in a nice variety for everybody. And that's kind of how the retail section grew.
It developed. Yeah.
So
Moldavite. Wow, I haven't even heard that word in a long time. That's a green one, right? Under the
Yeah.
light. Yeah. And tell us, what is Moldavite?
It's very pricey.
Yeah.
And it comes from
the Czech Republic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Czech Republic.
It's
Everybody
beautiful,
wants it.
though.
It's got like a crazy meaning behind it. Like you have dreams.
Like vivid dreams.
Yeah.
Okay.
It can be life changing,
Yeah.
people say.
And that's another thing that I love, especially here on the border, because I don't know, my Nina, Lady D, if you guys know her or not, like she kind of brought me into this area, and we have, I feel like the border is very open to this sort of thing, because with different stones, they have different meanings, they have different uses and things that they help with. And so this is really the only place I know in and around the area that you could even get anything like this. The only time I've ever seen anything like you guys is when I go to Tucson, and that's for the Gem and Mineral Show every year and all that. But you literally can go to the Gem and Mineral Show every freaking day in El Paso at the Crystal Gallery. It's amazing. So we also wanted to talk about the Gemstone of the Month.
So yeah, it's called the Crystal of the Month. Every month we feature a new crystal, and it's 50% off the whole month.
I love it. What was last month's, Krista?
It was tri-colored calcite.
It was beautiful too. And you guys post on that so that way you guys are aware. Again, a sweet discount on that. They have not announced June's Stone of the Month, so you want to make sure to follow them so you guys can get that information right away. And of course, take the kids. They're going to freaking love it. What do you guys have there for kids' activities?
It's the the geocracking, the gem penning.
Gem
So-
pennings.
Yeah,
I always forget the name.
I'll start with the geocracking. You pick a different the geo that calls out to you, and we'll crack it open for you, and you're the first person to see what's inside after the millions of years that it took
It's
to
been
form.
there.
Right.
Wow.
And then of course the gem penning. You get a bag of sand, and it's got different gems mixed in the sand, and you just kind of run it through the water. And it's just really exciting for children
Yeah,
to kind of just,
it's super
discover
cute.
what stones they get
I
out of the
love it.
sand. And of course, we have the museum. And the museum is a big part of the Crystal Gallery as well. We have some really big, spectacular specimens, like ginormous geodes and mineral specimens and fossils and all kinds of cool stuff in there.
It's beautiful.
So family entertainment is a great thing.
Yeah, and it's educational at the same time. And again, my favorite thing is it's a thing, right? You go in there and you see what calls to you, right? I mean, you guys have pocket stones, you guys have hearts. There's graduations going on right now, birthdays, weddings. These are beautiful things. This is a weird thing to say. I was Steven Seagal's personal assistant for like a very short amount of time, and when I went, because he's like this, I don't know, interesting dude. I took him a big old piece of amethyst because like, you know, as like a gift or whatever. But this is the only kind of place that I could do that at, you know? And it's something unique and special and precious, and it's just truly a cooler gift, like, you know? So I'm just saying, throwing it out there. I really recommend you guys go and check them out. You will not be disappointed. You will probably, in fact, get lost at least for an hour or two. And truly, it's like such a cool place. And in their museum, you can take really cool pictures. You guys, I mean, people even ask you guys for interesting requests. Like people go and schedule a time to meditate. Of course, you know, there's hourly and all that kind of stuff. So just reach out to them. But honestly, when you go in there, you're just gonna have like be flooded with all these ideas. And when you just talk to the owners, because they're local, they're super cool, chill people. Just reach out to them and see what you're interested in, and you know, see what comes out of it. So, is there anything else that we want to mention? That we cover everything?
I think that's about that covers it. Right?
Yeah, for right now. If we think of anything else, just let me know. But real quick, can you tell us what we have here on the table?
Sure. So this is basically a big quartz crystal. It comes from Brazil, and this is also quartz, also from Brazil, and this is fluorite from Mexico. Of course, these are the coconut geodes that come from our mine in Chihuahua, Mexico.
Wow.
And this is an agate, also from Brazil, but it was carved into a star.
That's so beautiful. See, like, where else are you gonna find this stuff? I didn't know I could get that.
Yeah. And this big piece here, this is an amethyst geode from Brazil.
Gorgeous.
And this is a quartz crystal. However, you know, the color is not natural. They do like it's called electroplating.
Oh.
And that's what gives it that color. But it's basically a quartz crystal.
I always wondered about that color, to be honest with you. Yeah.
And this one is labradorite.
Okay.
So
beautiful.
This comes from Madagascar, but it got its name from Labrador, Norway. The original find that was discovered was in Norway. And so this is called celestite. It comes from Madagascar. And the way that what's kind of interesting about this material, the way they mine it, they have to rappel down a cliff.
What?
And the ocean is like crashing below them, and they're digging into the cliff.
Ew.
Yeah.
Someone's risking their life to bring this to you.
And this is a big rose quartz piece. This comes
Gorgeous.
from Brazil as well.
That's really
Open
cool.
this one.
Oh, that one's okay. So that's a different type of geode that called Tranca's geode. It comes from a mine just outside of Chihuahua City.
That's beautiful. Okay, I do have one question for you. That's always, like, whenever I was selling jewelry, I got this question asked a lot, and I'm like, I don't know. It's a big mystery. Rainbow silica? Is that how you call it?
Rainbow.
Rainbow silica. Is that real or man-made?
Nobody.
No, you're not gonna do it to me. You're not gonna do it to me too. The mystery continues, El Paso. Nobody knows. No one's telling. That's just how it is.
Well, the theory on that material, it comes from Mexico. Mm-hmm. So the theory is that it was some kind of pottery factory that was producing like the different colors of pottery. So they would get these layers of color built up on the floor, and then they'd throw that in the dump. And then 80 years later, they're digging out of that dump, and those layers of pottery, mud or clay that they're using, transformed into the calcite.
Like a petrified clay.
Calcite, yeah.
Like kind of like
man-made, nature assisted.
Right.
Dude, that's so cool. So the answer is D, all the above.
Right.
Okay.
It's assisted thing, but nobody, like, they haven't been able to send a geologist to go out there and study it.
Interesting.
Because they don't want to disclose the location.
Oh, okay. I love it. Such a mystery. Such a mystery. That's the cool thing about stones, guys. I'm just a total nerd friend. I know you guys will be too. So please go in, check them out. How do they find you? Where are you located? What's your social medias?
So we're the Crystal Gallery by Gem Center on Instagram. And then we're right by the zoo on Alameda, 4212 Alameda. And we have a website, crystalgalleryelpaso.com.
Perfect.
Facebook and TikTok.
And Facebook.
Yes, they're everywhere. Go to my page if you cannot find them. I'm sure I have them tagged within the first couple of posts. You guys need to follow them. Again, they're going to be releasing this stone of the month, so stay tuned for that. And I'll be seeing you guys next week. Awesome. Thank you so much. And a sponsor shout out to our sponsor, Gem Center Crystal Gallery. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys. Did we cover everything, Mark?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Thank you guys. All right. What's up, Bruce? How you doing? Thank you so much for joining me today. It's been a little minute since we've seen each other last. You had an amazing course meal at your shop a couple of years ago. It was like 2 years ago. A year ago. Oh my God.
Year and a half ago, something like that.
Just the world
We've been
happens.
around 2.5 years, so it hasn't been more than.
My bad.
Not much.
That's it?
That's it.
Where's
Feels
my
like more.
time going?
I don't know.
But well, that's very cool. In 2.5 years, you guys have made huge strides in El Paso. Everybody knows you and loves you. You're located on North Mesa, right in the Montecillo area, right on the corner. Go on and tell us all about you guys, how it came to be. It's a family-owned and operated business.
Yes.
All the good stuff.
Yeah. How it started was really more related to the hemp side of stuff. I was actually trying to put vending machines in different places.
I had that idea too.
But when I started this, I think there's a really big misconception between cannabis and hemp and that part of it.
Mm-hmm.
So really hard to find a place to do that type of stuff. And it just evolved into an actual coffee shop. Just running into the right people, learning about this. There was really not a lot of information out there on hemp. I'm actually very anti-pharmaceutical with everything, very holistic. Crystals, things like that, but a lot of it is just not putting chemicals into your body and trying to keep everything as organic as possible. And it turned into literally a bakery and coffee shop, learning through a person that I worked with initially when I started the business, who had already worked in this space as a cannabis chef. And just kind of picking up little things here and there, but eventually just really kind of evolving into more of an education center for this stuff, because I had people coming into my coffee shop talking about really specific things. I was like, I have no idea. And in my head, the business guys, I'm a compliance officer, like a healthcare compliance officer by trade, and I was just like, there's a lot of liability here. I need to learn about this stuff. So really started kind of diving into the research around hemp and CBD and CBG and CBN and all the different types of cannabinoids. Exactly.
CBN?
Yeah. So most people hear CBD.
Yeah.
But really there's 4 major cannabinoids in the hemp plant, and depending on how you combine them, they metabolize differently in your body and do different things. So people come in for anxiety, people come in for stress, people come in for pain, people come in for sleep, depression, whatever it is. And it's always just kind of talking with people. It's almost like a little mini consult to see what we can do to help them. And that's really kind of what Wake and Bake turned into. Most cannabis or hemp products taste terrible, so I found a way to make them taste just like the pastry without any type of flavoring or anything, so you kind of can consume it through whether it's a pastry, and obviously we have non-infused stuff as well, infusing drinks, and obviously we started manufacturing our own products to control quality, and it turned into just a coffee. It was I can't even explain how it turned into what it turned into. It just kind of evolved over time, I think.
That's so cool.
Businesses, as you guys know, being around as long as you have, or doing things, what happens a lot of times is you start off with a certain idea, but your business has to constantly evolve to keep up with a lot of things, and you just kind of have to keep moving with the punches and rolling with the punches and finding what really works, and then diversifying from that point. So that's kind of what kind of formed into
how it happens.
Yeah,
that's so cool. That's a really fun journey. So basically, your customers help develop you guys.
Basically, that's
really
kind of the way it works. And I think a lot of it is just El Paso really does want to support local.
100%.
And finding something different that doesn't feel like El Paso is a lot of times what they're looking for. So even though it is El Paso, just finding something. So finding a space that we have a lot of transplants, especially now recently, from other places that have come into town that I think are looking for something a little bit more green, a little bit more this, a little bit more that. So really we kept the space. I'm not going to say all coffee shops because I can't say that, but it's industrial, it's concrete, it's metal, it's wood. They all just kind of had that same vibe. So we try to bring more of a natural vibe, a little more quiet, kind of come
It's
and
so
come
serene
and work.
in there, yeah.
Because I worked
Plants.
exactly. I tried really hard as I was on the road a lot and finding coffee shops to work, and it was always really loud. I'm just like, okay, whenever I want to work, I want to be able to just Zoom call and not be able to step out. So that's kind of how we created the atmosphere, but really my business is really like not necessarily promoting hemp, but just being really educated with it. We work, with a couple advisory committees and things like that. Really in tune with the laws and everything, obviously, because of my licenses that I do. But I think it's more related to teaching people the difference between when you come in here. I mean, I get a lot of people like, well, I don't want to touch that. La tía que no sabe nada de, like just really scared about what's going on. So it's a lot of education at first and having people trust you, developing a relationship, and then giving them really good coffee and pastries.
Right.
So,
and they come back. Yeah, it's so basically you branded yourself in the fields for that. People come to you for the expert advice, which is awesome, because I know like a couple years ago I had a few different CBD shops on and different businesses that were selling things, just to kind of start educating, trying to help educate the community on the difference, because it is like, what is that kind of thing? And we live in Texas, so it's not going to be what you think it is, but letting them know that you can still get the health benefits that you need from this natural product. So I think it's really cool that you found a way to infuse it into like deliciousness. Yeah. So it's not like, oh, I gotta go buy this thing over here and do this. It's like I get to eat this and drink this like my normal regular day.
100%.
But in doing that, I'm like helping myself, right? I think that's super cool. So again, you mentioned people can come to you for anxiety.
Yeah, we've got products that we've developed. We have gummies, we have tinctures, and a lot of it again is somebody comes in and says, oh, I take CBD for sleep. Well, CBD doesn't necessarily work for sleep. It has to be combined with some of the other cannabinoids because they all metabolize differently in the body. So it's just a matter of just walking people through what it is that they're going through. And I think a lot of times, sometimes I have to tell people it's like, you need therapy, not
I love
it. But yeah, I mean, it's just trying to be a resource for people definitely with this, I think
I love it so much. I love it so much. And it really is gorgeous in there. I love everybody. If you go in there, you'll love it right away. You have that, I feel like within the last 5-6 years, plants became more of a thing here in El Paso. I'm not allowed to buy any, period, because I will kill them, unfortunately. I don't have a green thumb. It's so bad. So yeah, but I love that environment, and I want to hang out in there. And this is an excellent place to go do that. Relax, take somebody, have a little meeting, whatever you got to study, work, like you mentioned. It's excellent for that. And how do people find you?
Well, we are El Paso _ELP on Instagram. We're on Facebook, TikTok, but probably got hacked. I don't know.
Okay.
Something happened. But really, most of our communication goes through Instagram. I think Instagram has been really good. Collaborations, obviously, with other people always help. But yeah, that's how we kind of, if we have events or something coming up, or if we have something going on, we do, I brought in some kava now, so we have a kava bar now as well.
What's kava?
Kava is an Indonesian plant that works with your GABA receptors in your brain.
My what?
Your GABA receptors.
What does that mean?
So neurological protective properties, it's really good for memory, really good, again, stress, anxiety, things. It's almost like a mocktail.
Okay.
Without any type of alcohol, but it's just a natural plant, so that's
awesome.
There's a lot of options that you
and a lot of education, really. El Paso, go check this out. What events do you have coming up?
We're doing gals raising awareness for diabetes on Saturday.
Very cool.
And then we're supporting a local clothing designer, Dark Castle, on Sunday. And we just do events throughout the summer. We're going to be doing, I'm doing a collaboration right now, which is something, again, for small businesses, always find people to work with.
Yes.
We're doing something with Broken Rules Brewery. I actually took 40 pounds of my Oreo cookies that we make and dumped it into make a porter beer that we're going to be collabing on. So it's
everybody is like, when is this? No, where is this? 10 days.
10
where
days.
at?
It's fermenting.
Oh my gosh.
And it's going to be a 6.8 stout
With their
reporter. I need
Oreos.
to talk to Chris over there at Broken Rolls about that, but he's a mastermind. He's an ex-border patrol agent with his own brewing company.
Very cool.
There's a really cool craft beer thing here.
Yeah.
But really reaching out to different, we do collabs, we do pop-up events like throughout the summer, just through Instagram. We'll have a call for vendors. So if you want to do jewelry, or if you guys want to do this, just to get your name out, just kind of share
different
each other's
audiences,
vibes. Absolutely. A reading time.
Right?
Music. So it's all there. So yeah,
that's
we
so
love
cool.
working with people.
I love it. So we talked about how to find you. I think there was one more thing. Oh, I wanted to ask, do you have vegan options too?
We do. So they kind of vary. We switch through our recipes. We definitely have like an almond flour biscotti, unsweetened coconut milk macaroon,
All kinds of options.
and then we do avocado toast and
Something for everybody.
something for everybody.
I love it. And I'm going to ask you a question I forgot to ask the Crystal Flower. I'm going to go back to you. But tell me real quick, what type of marketing do you do, and do you have any tips and advice for business owners?
I think I kind of brought it up a little bit. It's important to be big on social media.
Yes.
I think magazines like Mode or the City Magazine are working really hard to try to work with them to get a little bit of exposure through them, whether it's through Best of the City or Best of El Paso has helped us quite a bit just for validation, not necessarily bringing people in, but validating what you do. But it's really finding collaborators, which is something that's really hard to do in here, but working with other small businesses has been kind of critical to us getting the word out because, you know, we were a small account, bigger accounts helped us, and then we kind of have now become a bigger account because of them. So it's just really helping to grow your social media presence. Small businesses, if you're going to start one, I think it's critical to understand that you cannot rely on your friends and family to support your business.
One more time for the people in the back.
A lot of people think, oh, my family, my friends are going to come. Really, your customers and your clients are the ones who really become your friends and support your business, and that's a really big misconception that we all kind of go into with the business. So just be aware that it's everybody in El Paso. You need to cater to El Paso, not to your family and friends, and that really helps quite a bit.
That's a great piece of advice. I love it. Thank you so much, Bruce. I appreciate it. Did we cover everything?
I think so.
Okay, awesome. Real quick, I just want to ask you guys the same thing because you guys have been around for a minute, so you guys are kind of the experts in the field. Tell me, what type of marketing do you guys do? What have you done? What works for you? And do you have any tips and advice for business owners?
That's your
We
He's like, get on it.
Like we were saying, it's always changing. So we started with just going heavy on Google, you know, and doing our SEO and getting our presence. But then it's like, okay, we need to go into social media. We feel like Instagram has been probably the best one for us.
Yeah.
And then we tried a billboard, but it didn't seem
To pop off that much?
I mean, it seemed like everyone saw the billboard, but we didn't
Get the traffic in.
Yeah, it didn't translate.
I think billboards are really used for branding more so than it. So kind of like the what you were mentioning as far as working with those magazines. Yeah, it's just so people are aware, right? And they can know. But yeah, I understand what you mean. It's like, dang it, where's the
But a lot of
traffic?
people did tell me
That they saw it?
your billboard.
Oh, that's great.
Why haven't you done
Yes. Where are you?
11 times people need to see you before they stop it.
That's true. Yeah, I love it. And then, do you have any tips or advice for business owners out there?
Just like it's always changing. You gotta just be able to adapt to the new environment and learn new things, and you'll get it.
I love it. I love it. Just stay at it, right?
Yep.
I love it. Thank you, guys. All right. How's it going, Diana?
Good.
All right. So Diana Salcedo Gutierrez.
Yes.
All right. I want to say that.
So long.
But it's so important when you're an author. So today we're going to talk about El Paso Placita, and I learned about like the other awesome things that you do today. So I do want to touch on that a little bit, if you don't mind. I love your shirt.
Oh,
It's so cute.
okay.
But tell me about your book. Tell me how people can find it. What made you decide to write a book? All the good details.
Sure. So you asked me earlier and I completely spaced out, but it's actually at the airport.
Oh, okay. Excellent.
It's
Beautiful.
at La Nube,
Okay.
and it's at the convention center, visiting center.
Yes.
It's there also.
Excellent.
So, it's also at, my publisher's gonna kill me.
It's okay. We can add it in. Just
Yeah,
message me and I'll add it in the comments.
It's a children's store. I think it's off of Mesan.
Okay.
Duck Duck Goose.
Oh, that place is super cute.
Yes, so
Awesome.
it's there also, and then of course social media, Instagram, Facebook, and
I love it.
Yeah.
Are you on Amazon?
No, we just kind of wanted to stay away.
Sure.
From
The big box man. I
Yeah.
hear you.
It is
Absolutely.
local, but we've been very fortunate and had a lot of support.
Oh, excellent.
So,
I love it. So tell me, what is your book about? Why did you decide to write a book? Have you written other books?
This is the first one, but it will be a
Okay.
series.
Oh, watch out!
So yeah, so there's more to come.
I love
But,
it. It's gorgeous.
Originally, I had written it for my kids.
Okay.
I have 3 children.
Okay.
And I've always loved to write, and I just one night started writing,
Mhm.
and I was like, I think this is okay. And then I shared it with my family and a couple of friends, and they're like, this is really good.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. So I actually went out and looked for a publisher.
Okay.
And it took
Oh, wow.
2 years.
Really?
Well, because I really wanted to be local. And
Okay.
the publishing houses that were in El Paso weren't really looking for children's books.
Okay.
And actually, I teach water survival.
Yes.
And one of my swim parents mentioned that they were starting a publishing house.
Oh, dang.
And I was like, well, you know. So we had lunch, and I brought her what I had written, and I was really nervous. And she told me, she's like, you know, I was really scared because
Because you have that relationship. Yeah.
you teach my kids how to survive. And so she's like, but I love it, and I love it as a first book. You know,
And you're like,
I
a
would be-
first book?
Well, I knew she was just starting out.
Oh, I thought you meant like she was telling you off the bat, like, I want 10 of these.
Oh, no. As her first book that
I
she
see.
was publishing.
Very cool.
Yeah, so it all just kind of fit together.
Yeah.
And the illustrator we found,
Okay.
it took a while to find that too, but she's also local, very talented, young, very young. And so yeah, it was a process, but it turned out really well. I really wanted to reflect El Paso, this first book. It's about me, by the way. That's me on the cover. Depicted as a
Chico's tacos.
yeah, Chico's tacos in there.
It has the Virgin Mary everywhere. I love it. This is awesome.
Yeah. So I really wanted to reflect the culture of El Paso too, and who we are as El Pasoans living on the border. You know, I feel like a lot of us grew up not fully Mexican and not fully American, but having that mix of not really kind of knowing where we belong. And that's always meant a lot to me. And so this book kind of brings that part out, but also it's a lot about family and special places to me. And a lot of people who have bought the book or have read the book are like, oh, I know this place. I grew up here. It talks about Segundo Barrio, or my
that's
parents grew
awesome.
up. It talks about, you know, the El Paso Zoo and Mona the elephant, for those of you who are old enough to remember her. But that's
It's a little slice of El Paso. Go and get this book, and we just mentioned the locations. They can also reach out to you to order your book as well. Do you have any events coming up?
Right now, I do a lot of like book readings and signings at schools and
awesome.
stuff like
At
that.
schools. That's awesome.
Some restaurants have asked me to come out.
That's so
A
cool.
lot of markets, like
Yeah.
you know, the fairs or whatever, stuff like that. So
That's excellent. So how do people contact you if they're interested in working with you and having you come out and do a reading for their kids, or at a bookstore or a coffee shop or anything like that?
Instagram's probably the best way.
Okay.
Also, Diana Salcido Gutierrez. That's basically it. Or you can hit up Peanut Publishing,
Okay.
who is my publisher.
Very cool.
Sayeli Loya, shout out to her.
Yes.
She's awesome. But yeah, so everyone's been very helpful.
That's excellent and great. It's been received very well. And it's local El Paso. You guys need to have this on your bookshelves.
Yeah.
It's a great gift to give as well. We've all got like, I don't know, dozens of babies around us, right? We live in El Paso.
Yeah.
You guys know somebody that we want to give this to. So please reach out to Deanna and tell her I sent you. But I also want to mention, you're also a musician.
Well, I've been in a couple of groups.
Wow.
musically. I mean,
She says, wow.
it's-
A couple of groups.
I don't know. I just feel like this was my past. I have done it. I'm actually in the process of talking to people to start something new right
Okay.
now. A little jazz, bossa novas, maybe some older Spanish kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's
thrown in there,
awesome.
yeah.
Very cool.
So that's kind of in the process. Nothing set in stone, but that's just kind of
All
what
right.
it is. But I've always sang.
I love it. I love it. And one more thing.
Sure.
People want their kids to learn how to survive in water, how do they reach you? Well, tell me about that real quick. What is that?
It's called ISR. It's
Okay.
a national company.
Okay.
It's Infant Swimming Resource.
Ah.
I am certified through them, but it's my business. Right now, there's only 2 people in El Paso who teach it, and I'm one of them. And it's very helpful. I mean, I started 6 months. I personally teach all the way up to adults, but that's because I teach swim as well.
Okay.
But ISR is typically age 6 months to 6 years of age.
That's amazing.
But like I said, I teach all ages, and I teach them what to do if they were to be or find themselves alone in the water. You see all the videos, the scary videos of kids climbing over fences. You know, I've had stories of kids sneaking through doggy doors to get to, or
The water.
hopping the fence to a neighbor's house. You know, just all of these really awful scenarios. And ISR is a great resource, and so that, you know, even if that were to happen, this is another line of defense against drowning. So
Absolutely. And to know what happened, like if you are put in a situation, how to slow down and take care of it, right?
yeah. So respecting the water is a big thing too.
I respect the water enough not to get in it. I'm not a strong swimmer myself.
I teach.
I know.
you guys.
That's why
just
I'm like,
throwing it out there.
I was like, I went to Gus and Goldie's. That did not help me. My mom was like an instructor there or something. That's why I went there. But yeah, I almost drowned as a kid. So you know you have that
fear.
trauma fear thing, and then I fell out of a tube in the Rio Grande at 12, and I landed on some slimy stuff. And now if I can't see my feet, I don't want to do it. Yeah, it's pretty gross. But that's awesome. And again, they can reach you guys on social media. Just message her for any of the services, especially to purchase your book and tell her I sent you. So real quick, what type of marketing do you do? And you have any tips or advice for authors and business owners?
As far as marketing, I would say, you know, any social media, obviously, but taking advantage of anyone reaching out to you to advertise. You know, I have been blessed in that I've had the news stations reach out to me, so I've been on the news. I've had Kiss FM reach out to me, so I've been on the radio. I've had podcasts, other podcasts as well, reach out to me, so I've been doing that.
That's excellent.
The City magazine.
Watch out!
I'm featured in there as well, which was
Love it.
such a great opportunity and amazing. All of it has been a journey,
I bet.
and
Exciting.
it's continuing, hopefully.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I'm working on the second book.
I was going to ask, how many are going to be in your series?
5.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and
Very cool.
almost all of them are pretty much written. The second one is done.
That's
We're
awesome.
halfway through the illustrations right now.
That's neat. I gotta have you back on, and next time we'll bring your illustrator too.
Yeah, absolutely.
That'd be great.
Yeah,
Maybe when the
thank
second
you.
book comes out,
Yes.
right? Awesome. Did we cover everything?
Any advice that I have?
Yes.
Yeah. Just if you want to write a book, write. Write and don't stop writing. You have writer's block, don't stop. Just keep writing, even if it's gibberish. Just keep writing in whatever you have and whatever you is your finished product for yourself. Even if it's not something that maybe a publisher is looking for, in that sometimes you will find a new story. So, like I said, just don't stop. And it can. I never thought for a second that it would happen for me, and it did, and it can happen. For
That's so
anybody.
cool. I love it. Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much.
Thanks
I
for having
appreciate
me.
it.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
All right, El Paso, go pick up your copy. For real, go do it. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. I want to say kiddos, but you guys aren't kiddos. You're young adults. And I want to ask, are you guys brothers?
Oh yeah, we're twins.
Thank God. I was like, okay, sorry.
Oh, Pablo's also a twin.
Yeah, he's also a twin.
And you guys are brothers?
No.
Okay, you two are brothers. You have a twin. Okay. I got it. Okay, cool. Thank you so much for clearing that up and for joining me today. I really appreciate it. So today we have Fever Band, and we have Elijah, Jacob, Pablo, and we have Camila. Thank you so much for coming and reaching out. And Camila, we also have the Cake Boutique, which we'll go on and talk about after we talk about the bands. We'll jump into that, and then we'll go on and have you guys play us out, yeah? All right. So what is Fever Band? How long have you guys been around? What type of music do you play? Do you write your own music? All the good stuff.
I'll go first. That's
Yeah.
we're kind of like I would say, an indie rock band.
I love it.
We've been together since
He says,
freshman year.
I'm newer, but
Yeah,
Okay.
she's new, but-
when's freshman year? Give me a year.
yeah,
Like
so-
5 years, 4 years?
Like 5
Yeah.
5 years, okay.
Like pre-COVID.
Okay.
So like we were like really close friends like in middle school, and so we like when we got into high school, we're like, hey, we started jamming now, and like we should make a band. And so we kind of came up with the idea, and then like we were like it should be like a brother band, and then, but we figured out like, oh, we need a singer because we all sing really bad. Like,
not that bad.
so we're like, we need a singer, so we got one, and yeah, it's like kind of a short story of how we started.
I love it. I love it. And so do you guys write your own music?
Yes, we
Yeah.
write all of our music that we perform. I mean, we do a couple covers sometimes just to keep it, familiar,
Sure,
so
yeah.
people can, clap along. And stuff.
Right, sing with it. Or
Yeah, but most of the stuff we perform is all, original.
Okay, so who's the writer?
Not me.
We all.
Yeah,
We
so
all-
like it's kind of like a Queen
A joint.
thing. You know how Queen is? Like they all wrote the songs. So
Okay.
Yeah, like we have like some of our songs. Like I have one out, he has one out, he has one. We
Yeah.
just like
We all-
that.
yeah.
That's awesome. And what do you guys play?
I play guitar, like rhythm guitar and lead guitar.
Okay.
I play the drums, and then on the recordings I play the keyboard.
Okay.
There's not two of me, so I
Okay.
I can record over the drums.
And then I play the bass guitar.
Awesome.
And I'm the lead singer.
I
And then
love
every once in a while I'll go on to rhythm guitar. I'm nowhere near as good as Jacob, but sometimes.
You get that.
I love it. So you guys have been around since pre-COVID. Do you guys have any gigs coming up?
Yes.
One on June 27th and one on July
10th, yeah.
Yes.
Where are they at?
June 27th is gonna be that one's at the Starbucks at Westtown.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
this
By
it's
Coles.
Spike Hole.
Yeah, by
Spike
the-
Hole.
So in Albertsons.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh wait, yeah, that one.
Yeah.
But it's with a new company that is working with artists to kind of help book shows.
Oh,
I believe
cool.
they're called Infected Crow Records. Let me double
What?
check that.
Who is this? Send me that info, please.
They're very new. I will send it over to you
Awesome.
right now.
They're local?
Yeah, they're
Yes.
local. Infected Crow Records, yes.
Infected Crow Records. Shout out.
They've done one show so far, and then immediately I reached out. And then the next one is also a lineup with a ton of other artists. We're gonna find out soon who the other artists are. But
Okay.
I'm like, let me pull up. It's with Sugar Pine Sound Club, and that one's gonna be at the Living Room Lounge, which
Oh,
this
I
will be our
love the
second
Living
show
Room.
there.
Awesome. That's such a good venue. Have you guys played at Mona?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
we played
Love
Mona
Buzz.
last month.
Love Buzz.
I mean
and-
April. No, in April.
April.
April, yes.
or maybe even like Margin's Wine Bar. Have you been there?
Oh no, we'll check it out.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, I just started thinking of.
No,
you guys should go here. Have you guys heard of Nature House?
Yeah,
Yeah.
You guys have to play at Nature House, and tell me when you do, because it's like 2 blocks over from me. I'll definitely check that out.
Check it out.
Yeah. So we talked about the type of music that you have. We talked about your upcoming shows. Anything else you guys want to mention before you guys play us out after we talk
Well,
about
we
the
do have a EP coming out.
That's
It's-
right.
It's called Meet Me in the Parking Lot, and they're all new songs. It'll be our first release since our last song with her, which was back in like last year.
Okay.
So it's our first release of this year.
Okay.
And it's an EP, and it'll be I think like 5 songs.
Nice.
So I think it's gonna be pretty cool.
And where can people go to hear your music?
Anywhere.
Anywhere.
Yeah, so you can go like Apple Music, Spotify, SoundCloud.
Yeah.
It's
YouTube. It's all on there.
It's a little hard
So
finding.
yeah,
us.
you gotta put Fever all caps.
Okay.
Yeah.
FEVER.
Okay.
So we're gonna try to make it, SEO appropriate.
Okay.
Probably add something at the end for like people like I can't find you guys, like so.
Yeah.
One tip, if you need to find us, just look up Fever Wedding Rings, and then our last EP will come up. That was the name of our last EP. Wedding
Okay.
Rings.
Yeah.
So if you look up Fever Wedding Rings, it'll come up, and then
Okay.
you'll be able to find us. And it on all streaming services, it's a picture of the 4 of us, so
Okay.
you'll be able to tell.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. So again, we're gonna do the one at the end of this month at the Starbucks in Westtown, and the other one's at the Living Room. Yeah.
Yes.
So make sure to follow them. How do they follow you on social media?
It's gonna be Fever_band 915.
Perfect. That way you guys can get more information, and after you hear them play, you can then message them to book them as well. Did you want to mention something?
Oh yeah, we're also on TikTok too.
Oh,
Yeah, we also
okay,
have
perfect.
So we have clips of us of our rehearsals, and then also clips of shows, and then every once in a while we'll do like a funny little thing. But yeah.
Awesome. I love it. I love it. I can't wait for you guys to go on tour, set all that up, right? Huh?
Getting there.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. I love it. Great. We'll talk more about that whenever that gets closer. Yeah. Did we cover everything, guys?
The cake.
Yeah.
Yes. Pancakes. Back to the cake boutique.
Hi. Okay. So outside of Fever, I'm a performer, I'm an actress, but I'm also a business owner of 2 businesses actually. So one side is going to be Can Cake by Sandy McCord, and the other one is the Cake Boutique. I am a co-owner with my mom.
How cool.
It's pretty cool. I'm an nepotism baby, but like I work really hard. So. But predominantly what I do is I manage a lot of our sales, and right now I'm really trying to grow our social media presence as well.
Okay.
So with the Cake Boutique, we have cupcakes available every day. We make them fresh every single morning.
They're so delicious.
Yeah, these are really good because we use cream cheese frosting.
Yes, you do.
Yes. So we have those all the time. We also have cakes in the store every single day for pickup. So if you forget someone's birthday, don't worry, no, you didn't.
You're safe.
So I have stuff like that's a little more dessert oriented with the cream cheese frosting, and then some stuff that's a little bit more decorated that I always say, just lie, say that it's a custom order, and it looks like a custom order.
Yes.
So yeah, and then I do a lot of our custom decoration just because when my mom kind of went more into canned cake, I decided that I was going to take that role.
Sure.
I just learned how to make 2-tier and 3-tier cakes.
Oh,
guys.
watch
It's
out,
really
girl.
exciting.
That's awesome.
Well,
if you ever need a guinea pig, just let me know.
Oh yeah.
I'll help
Actually,
you out.
I'm starting a new line of cupcakes.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
now offering sugar-free.
Oh,
So
very
that is
cool. That's a
with
big
order.
deal.
Yeah, but as long as it's ordered, I actually had someone call in today for an order for tomorrow, and we did pistachio sugar-free cupcakes.
Pistachio.
So yeah.
That's a hard flavor to find.
Yeah, we
I love it.
because I had vanilla, and then I went to our the pistachio extract that we use, and I was like, this doesn't have sugar in it. I could just so it worked. But yeah, so now we have sugar-free available. I'm gonna be venturing into using like different types of frostings. I really just kind of want to have a little something for everyone.
Yeah.
And then with the cans, these specifically are these are I think the thing that I'm most proud of my business, because these are not only available in El Paso, you can get these in, I believe, 4 or 5 states at this point, because we're available in Circle K. So any Circle K on the corner, you can go and we have them, and they are the exact same recipe as our cupcake. So yeah, the chocolate one is probably
so
the best
cool.
one. Yeah, and it's the exact same as this, but the best thing about the cans is that because they're completely sealed off, they stay completely fresh.
Wow.
So it tastes like it was just made up to 90 days after it was made, as long as it's
Oh,
refrigerated.
wow. That's awesome.
And it's the same recipe. I didn't have to change it. It's the
That's
same.
perfect.
So.
I saw you guys at Cielo Vista Mall.
Yeah, so that's actually why the Can Cake exists, is because of Cielo Vista Mall.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
I didn't know that. That's very cool.
The story is kind of funny. So we had a vending machine that was for cupcakes, and it was a box, and every single time that the box went over, it would tip over and the frosting would get ruined. And my mom was standing at the vending machine she had been trying to fix the motor or something in the machine for like 20 minutes, and she's sobbing in front of the machine, and she looks over and she's like, well, what, do I just put it in a can or something? And she did. That's
awesome.
Literally the story. It's just
That's so cool.
She was sick of the dang vending machine, but
And she found a way.
yeah.
If there's a will, there's a way. I love it. It's super cool. You guys have had these for about a year or 2?
I believe we're about to be 2 years. Of
Okay,
these.
awesome.
And I actually just brought back the Tres Leches flavor, which was one that we discontinued.
Out. Oh, very cool.
That one's really good. I think that's my favorite one.
I love it. Is that one strawberry?
Yes.
That
so
one's my
I brought.
favorite one.
These are 3 of the 4 bestsellers.
Okay.
The strawberry, cookies and cream, and the chocolate, and then also red velvet are the 4 that we sell wholesale. So we do for
Wholesale.
Yeah, so we do wholesale where we sell them like in pallets. But we also sell to restaurants. We do for people's events. I actually have someone for a baby shower this weekend. They ordered 40.
That's so cool. That's a great idea. It's unique. It's different, and people will remember it. Because I remember I just went to a play at Teatro Neta.
Teatro de Planta, yes.
Yeah, La Planta. Excuse me,
So,
I said it wrong.
I act there.
I'm
in their upcoming show, actually.
Oh, that's
I'm going to
awesome.
plug this really fast.
Do
Come
it.
see
Do
I
it.
Know.
Tell Adam.
Yes.
Tell Adam. Just give the information.
Yes.
What's the play?
So it's called I Know, a modern gay fairy tale.
Okay.
And it is basically about this girl named Alicia, and she is bringing her girlfriend Kathy to meet her Mexican family for the first time. I am playing the white girl Kathy. But yeah, I always have them at Adam's events because Adam's actually my acting coach.
Oh, very cool.
So,
Yeah,
so
he's great.
They're always available at the Teatro de Planta events. So.
And if you have never been to a play there, you guys have to go. I went to the last one. Amazing. You've never ever like had a play experience. Never had an experience like this. Period. Much less a play. And it's inside of a house, and you go room to room with them. And this is very cool. And it's like as close as we are right now. And we're just sitting along the wall, and you're just watching the whole thing happen in front of you. And there's like fight scenes, and they're like trying to murder each other. It's like what's happening? But it was like honestly the coolest thing.
That one was fantastic. I was Abel is one of my like biggest acting inspirations. The guy that was acting with Adam. And then I was in Doxy's God at Teatro de Planta, which was the show before.
Okay.
That was in an art space. We also had the Cupcakes there.
I love it. I love it.
But that one was immersive in the round.
Very cool.
So.
Well, you guys need Cupcakes at every event, so make sure to reach out to the Cake Boutique. Order yours wholesale. Go pick up your orders. Or how long do they need a pre-order?
Well, normally it's about a week in advance for a custom, but if I have the space, I will take it. I had someone last week who she forgot to order a cake for her boyfriend, and it was a 3-tier cake. Thank God I had stuff, so I made her a 3-tier cake with 24 hours. I won't promise that all the time.
Sure.
But if we have availability, like always reach out. We're willing to work with you to help see what we have. We also have a lot of stuff for any budget that you have. Our website has a lot of information on just the stuff that we have available, stuff that's more customized. So we really have a lot of options, a little bit of everything.
And you guys, which you guys should check into if you're not already, you're also on the Open Rewards app.
Yes.
Which, because I took my hairdresser your cupcakes. I like to take her I only go once a year, so I take her like a snack or something every time I go. And I was like, I need to take her cupcakes, so I took her some, and I found out you guys were on Open Rewards. So I'll pass on. That means you get 5% back on your purchase. You guys should totally be on Open Rewards over here. But yeah, did we cover everything? How long have you guys been around?
So the Cake Boutique has been around since 2010. My mom opened it when I was in kindergarten. And I turned 20
Look
yesterday.
at you now. How cool. So, happy birthday, by the way.
Thank you.
That's so cool.
Awesome. But yeah, we've been around for forever. Honestly, it's my pride and joy.
It's absolutely delicious. I honestly, whenever I need cupcakes, you're the first place I go to. The first place I think of. And you guys have to try the strawberry. It's out of the, and you guys have like things inside of them, like
so we do everything is filled. So anything that has like the frosting that has on top, it has in the middle, except for my bestseller, the almond coconut, that has a peach filling.
Whoa! And
then cream cheese frosting, toasted almonds, like. You can't go wrong.
What are these real quick?
Yeah, so these right here, so this is going to be the strawberry. This is probably one of the best sellers that does a strawberry cream cheese frosting. And then the chocolate fudge. I have 7 or 8 different variations on chocolate. This is the most popular because this is a fudge frosting, so it's very, very sweet. And then this is the Tres Leches cupcake. I feel like it's really hard to find the Tres Leches cupcake. But we do it with toasted coconut, and then it has a little bit of lechera on top to really help it stick. And these are so moist that sometimes when they're sitting in the fridge, the wrapper comes off because they're so moist.
That's awesome.
So those are very
good tip. Also, your all's frosting is like super different. It's kind of like a gummy kind of texture, but like it's so cool. They're just awesome to enjoy.
The cream cheese frosting is a little bit less overwhelming than a buttercream.
Yeah.
We do work with buttercream a lot as well. And then right now I'm working on bringing in like whipped frosting again, because we haven't done that since 2012.
Okay.
But yeah, the cream cheese frosting really is kind of our signature, which is why the canned cakes have cream cheese frosting. That's really what, like, you can't compare it to a bite with buttercream. Once you try the canned cake and you know the cream cheese, what it tastes like, the texture, you're not going to be able to go back. Trust me.
Truth. Awesome. Thank you, Camila. I appreciate it. Real quick, what type of marketing do you do for the cake boutique? And do you have any tips or advice? And then I want to ask you guys the same for the band. Okay.
Perfect. Well, I recently took over all of our social medias. I decided to come on full time because, before I was working part, but now I'm full time. A big thing is consistency. And also making sure that your customers know what you have available every day. Because even though we've been around since 2010, I always get calls that are, do you have cupcakes available for pickup right now? Do you have cakes available for pickup? And yes, so recently on our social media, I've been really promoting what we have available every single day.
Smart.
And yeah, that really helps. And also, get pictures of your customers. People, a lot of people love having their picture taken, and they will love to be on your social media. And if someone doesn't want their picture taken, have them pose like this.
Yes.
I've done a lot of pictures where it's people holding it in front of their face, and people love being involved,
seeing themselves, and then they'll share it, which is another. It's spreading the message, so that's really smart.
Exactly, they will share it. Biggest thing that I would say, with marketing, with anything, when you're doing customer service, if you are first starting out, is sometimes you forget that these people don't understand, if that makes sense. Because they'll be like, oh, can I get a 3-tier with cream cheese frosting? It would fall over, but people don't know that. I know that because I'm a professional. You're here to help people, you're here to understand people, and you're here to make their life easier. So a lot of it is just remembering patience. That's something that as a consumer, when a company doesn't really have patience, when I don't understand something, I get very frustrated. So it's something that I try to remember when I'm working with my customers. Is sometimes they don't know, and that's okay, and that's what we're there for.
Exactly. I love it. Great tips. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you so much.
And for the band, what type of marketing do you guys do? And
that's all done.
tips or advice?
So I'm a marketing student
love
at
it.
university right now. So
He says university. I love what university do you go to?
It's San Antonio's University of Carnival.
Oh, dude, that's awesome. Very cool.
Yeah, so I'm a marketing student there. So I would say our marketing is kind of demographic target based. So what I do is I use our sites. So I use Spotify, and it's really cool. I recommend a lot of artists to do this. He does Apple Music for artists and Spotify Music for artists. So there you can have detailed structures about who's your age, what's the gender that people listen to you, and the certain demographics of who that person is. So I try my best to make posts, make appealing stories on Instagram or on TikTok, just trying to appeal to our demographic.
I love it. I love it.
That's what we're trying to go for.
Yeah, and I think a good advice is do it every day.
Yes, 100%.
If you're tired, just make a post.
And it's so easy. It's such a pain in the butt. It's just annoying, right? But it's a necessity. As I always say, at least one post a day on your wall, at least 3 to 5 stories. The bare minimum, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. That's a great tip.
And I would like to mention as well, right now we're in a competition. It's called America's Top Hitmaker.
Next Top Hitmaker.
Yeah, Next Top Hitmaker, and it's it's a competition where we get to get featured. If we win, we get to get featured in Rolling Stone magazine. Dude. And we also get to perform in New York City.
That's so cool.
It's at the Global Citizens Festival.
Yeah, the Global Citizens Festival.
Awesome.
We won a lot of money.
Is the voting open to anybody?
Yes.
Yes.
So
All right.
this right here.
What do you got here?
This is the website. If you go into our Instagram, we have it linked in our bio, but you just look up tophitmaker.org/2025/fever. You can vote once a day for free. If you would like to make a donation, you get forever how many dollars you donate. It is, for example, if you give $10, it's 10 votes, and it's also going directly to various charities. So you're not only supporting an artist, but you're supporting a charity, and then also it's a tax write-off.
Nice.
But right now we're currently 4th in our group.
Oh, dude,
so
that's awesome.
As long as we stay in I believe either the top 10 or the top 5, we'll keep advancing.
Every vote counts.
Okay.
Every vote counts.
How long is the voting process?
Oh, it closes in a day, 2 hours to 45 minutes and 30.
Yeah. Go get those votes in El Paso. I need to get this out tonight.
Yes.
Awesome. Did we cover everything, guys?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah?
I just want to just kind of close it off that everything we do and our music writing, album covers, everything, it's all done by us.
Yeah.
So,
that's awesome.
So everything posting our stories, it's done by him. The graphic design is all done by him. The music production is all done by him. Like he produces a lot of it, he mixes a lot
That's
of it,
perfect.
and then like a lot of us just write the songs, and then she provides the awesome vocals.
I do a lot of our management and show.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just all lo-fi. It's just
Love
like
it.
it's like we work with what we have.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Everybody has a job and you all pitch in and you make things, you move bigger mountains together, right? I love it. Well, you guys ready to take us out?
Yes.
All right,
Yeah,
let's
tune
do
up
it.
real quick.
Okay.
We just have to quickly check tuning, plug in the bass, all that
Let's
stuff.
go on, and while we're doing that, just do a quick sponsor shout out. Get my camera right. So as always, I'd like to thank all my sponsors at the end of the show. Thank you so much to Star City Studios for allowing me this awesome space to use every time I do a show. I literally could not do this without you. If you guys have never been here before, you're seriously missing out. They have amazing events. I just went to a creative like creators event that they had here last week. It was like full like this with how many different types of creatives there are in town, and getting to talk and meet new people and how they can collaborate and again move bigger mountains together. So follow them, check out what they have coming up throughout the month. A lot of things are free. They also bring in musicians to check out lectures, all kinds of things. So follow them and tell them I sent you. I also want to thank the Gem Center Crystal Gallery, the Crystal Gallery on Alameda. They're on the way to Chico's Tacos. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. Just as we pass the bridge to the right, across from Noah's Place, the motel with all the amazing local muralists. Do not miss it. Take the whole family. You guys are gonna have a blast this summer. Like seriously, you're gonna fall in love. Beautiful gifts. So tell them I sent you. Also, thank you so much to El Paso Beauty and Barber Academy. I would also like to thank El Paso Family Dental. If you guys need a dentist, do not hesitate. Go and see them. Their team is amazing. I hate going to the dentist, but I actually love going to them, which is really weird. But they're super cool people and they do amazing work. I've had a couple of friends reach out to them and I cannot recommend them enough. Go have a meeting with them. Go see if it's a good match for you guys. And then of course Rampage Strength, my gym. Ethan, he's my personal trainer. If you guys are looking for a gym, he's right here in Central. Go check him out and tell him I sent you. And then we're just gonna wait for, oh, you guys are ready. Let's do this. Okay, cool. Let me turn this around. All right, everybody, we're in for, look how cute y'all look. I love it.
Did someone at our last show say that we all look like siblings?
Well, I didn't know. I was gonna ask, I did ask. All right, whenever you guys are ready, take it away.
Here. So very quick before we start, this one is called Speed Dial. This one is going to be one of the songs that we release on our next EP.
Okay.
So if you like it, it'll be out by the end of the summer.
Awesome.
See
Make sure to follow them and tell them I sent you. Thank you.